Hi, welcome back to Real Auto Reports. Today we are in the 2013 Lexus GS 450 Hybrid. I'm Jonathan McGrew, and we're going to take you through today some pretty cool features of this very economical in-town sports luxury sedan. And I use the word sport even with the hybrid because with a 3.5 liter, you'll see it's pretty impressive. And so is the 29 miles per gallon in city it will get you as well. So stay tuned for all the details, and we will hit the road here very shortly. So some pretty cool things about this 2013 Lexus GS 450 Hybrid is that it has this sustainable aspect to it, meaning the hybrid feature, but more than that, it's even in the components inside. One of the ones we really want to highlight for you is this bamboo steering wheel and bamboo accent trim on the center console and all throughout the car. Bamboo is a renewable resource. It grows very quickly and is considered one of the more sustainable types of wood that you can use in building construction. So what is pretty cool about this car is that they bring that in on this hybrid model where the environment is actually something people are considering. Some other things that we want to talk about with this Lexus GS 450 Hybrid is that it's a pretty luxurious car for a hybrid, meaning that you'll find all the features you'll find on other GS models and you won't substitute anything for the hybrid. In fact, you're going to gain the 29 miles per gallon in town and the 34 miles per gallon out on the freeway rating from the EPA, and that brings it all together for a 31 mile per gallon combined fuel economy as estimated by the EPA, as I said. So that is a really cool situation to have with a car that is a large four-door. I mean, this car can hold 4 people very comfortably, 5 in a pinch, and has a significantly sized trunk for a sedan that also has to carry all this battery equipment to make it a hybrid. So we're actually really impressed by the interior dimensions and its ability to carry luggage. And we've taken it on some trips to the airport, and we can definitely say you can get a good amount of luggage in this car, which makes it very usable, practical, and economical. All right, so I know I've talked a lot about this bamboo steering wheel and how much I really like it. In fact, if I was going to buy an F Sport, I would be asking the dealer, okay, I really like that sports sedan feel and all that power, but can I have the bamboo inside and not the kind of aluminum trim inside? Because I just think it is such a rich feature. But what makes it even better is that the steering wheel is heated, so you can not only warm your hands, but you can enjoy the beauty that is the Lexus interior and the thought that was put into it. Now, one thing about the heated steering wheel that I think is important to mention is that this and this is not heated. So anywhere where there's wood, it's not getting hot. What's heated is this leather wrapped part on the sides. And you're supposed to drive at 9 and 3 here anyway, if you're a sports car driver, and 10 and 2 is going to be a little chillier. But what happens is the heat does start to get around the wheel just from the contact. But where you're going to notice the heat elements where it actually gets pretty warm is right here. And that's okay, but it is a little bit of a shock on a 29 degree morning, and you're not expecting only one part of the wheel to be heated. So some other cars that you'll find with heated steering wheels, because they're fully leather wrapped, it'll heat the entire steering wheel. The thing about Lexus is that they have been an interesting study in the luxury car market. They went from having the LS400 as their flagship sedan in the late 80s, early 90s, to now having the LS460 and then the GS models and the ES models. They've got such a wide array of offerings. And in this car with the redesign, I think they've really captured the spirit of the sports sedan. This is not a small car. It is fairly large. It carries people well, it carries things well, but it also, even in the hybrid with the less sporty personality, you can still throw this car into multiple modes with the dial down here on the console. So you've got your eco mode, which is where I would leave it if I were to buy one of these cars all the time, because it helps you use less throttle input, it helps you get better economy. But then you can put it into normal, you can put it into sport and sport plus, and that really changes the personality of this car, to the point where you really do get a sense that you can be economical one day, and then if you're just feeling that, chutzpah out there on the mountain roads, this car is not going to disappoint, because it still has a good suspension, good steering feel, and as you can see, if you go around this curve like this and lay into it, it'll really let you run. So I think we've demonstrated all of the neat features of this car. It's well equipped, it's got a lot of room, and as you could see from our last little foray around the roundabout, it can pull enough G's to really knock the camera right out of the holder on the window. So it's a cool car. We really think Lexus has done a nice job. Would I like to see it about $10,000 less? Of course. I think $69,000 is a pretty steep price tag, but you are paying a premium for the hybrid system, and it will give you a lot better economy. I mean, it basically gets 10 miles to the gallon better than the F Sport, and that's pretty impressive for a car that's actually is the same size, oddly enough, and is carrying more weight because of the hybrid components. So I think if you're in the market for a sports sedan but you want some more economy, you should check this baby out. Definitely experience the different feeling of this bamboo wood. It doesn't feel plasticky like some of the other woods out on the market, like the burled walnuts when you get them, and they seem really highly glossed. This feels like a really natural wood, and it seems really sustainable, and it is. So make sure you check it out, and for Real Auto Reports, we hope you come back and check out the rest of the cars we'll be testing for this year and 2013 with the new year. Okay, so I really couldn't find some nits the last time I said, well, we always try to find some nits. But there are a couple that I was thinking about as I was driving the car around, and we were doing this video review. The one thing is that there is no heads-up or digital speedometer in this car, and that's become a pretty standard feature amongst these higher-end cars. So you only get the analog speedometer. Not a terrible thing, just a little nit. The other thing that I think is kind of interesting is that when you have the infotainment system on, you have the analog clock, but nowhere do you have a quick read on the digital clock when you have the navigation and the consumption gauge up, or different ones. And I think it'd be really cool to have the digital clock also available for display up in a corner somewhere, and have that be an option. Other things that I think are a little just slightly odd are the placement of the trunk release is sometimes harder to find for people because it is way down here and not on the door somewhere where you can see it easily, or up here where all the other, there's the headlight washer and the blind spot monitoring. You'd think you could put the trunk button up higher where you could see it, but overall it's a really well laid out car, and you do have great labeling of things so that you know where it is, and the push button start is easy to find. Everything's right where you'd want it, including the EV and snow mode buttons here. So nothing major, just things that you're going to want to get used to, and that's not a bad thing in a car. There's always, you can't make everybody happy, so as long as they get the majority of it right, and we think Lexus has, that's all you can ask for. So that's the real review of the 2013 Lexus GS 450 Hybrid. It's a pretty cool sports sedan with the hybrid synergy feature, or the Lexus hybrid system as they like to call it, with the Toyota underpinnings. It's about $69,000. It's got some great luxury features inside, especially in this option group, with the front and rear heated seats, front cooled seats, and 18-way adjustable power seats for the front occupants. It has the Lexus Inform system with all the entertainment features you could want, and we think it's a pretty nice package. For Real Auto Reports, I'm Jonathan McGrew, and we'll see you next time.